what was your first impression of His Holiness 16th Karmapa when you met him the first time? What happened in this moment?
Karmapa judo thamnya la condition jana so sala ni kong jadi ki me ba ji condition ke so sin determined.
다 소디 나랑 부부 충중 뒤에 되는 Gyalwa Karmapa 다 뭐만 로주 남타르다 히라 자리요 말에 얘나야 Gyalwa Karmapa 구발 자르기 괜찮네 되는 되게 Karmapa 거랑 만나 규모만 인비게 되는 대범이고 어디든 부부 충중 되는 예스.
When Rinpoche was small, when he was child, he didn't read any biography of 16th Karmapa, but when he saw the pictures of a photo of 16th Karmapa, that time he felt some special kind of devotions and trust to him.
Tine 다 나랑라 아마라 포직마도요 말에 이내야 아마게 되는 나다로 파지 주죽지 되바네 되는 Gyalwa Karmapa 총도 되는 다 travel joji islamaya amake zane tammasons.
Rinpoche was the only son of his mother. He's only one, and so he told his mama that he want to go to see 16th Karmapa at the age of 11, but his mama never sent him to become a monk.
Tine jemanga lo chungan drobe kapsa tine amake tine jakarke neko dorje denzo or kyubi jakarke neko rchesons.
And then after, when Rinpoche was 15 years old, and then his mother brought him to the pilgrimage to Bodh Gaya, to make a pilgrimage on Bodh Gaya.
Tine tikabla Gyalwa Karmapa tine Calcutta la pheptos jakar Calcutta la phepne tine ngazo jega songs.
And that time 16th Karmapa came to Calcutta, and then from Bodh Gaya they went to see 16th Karmapa in Calcutta.
Tine Calcutta la tine Gyalwa Karmapa ke ngazo lebe nimu ti chi nimu tine Gyalwa Karmapa shalchal topsung tine da amala nga rumdik le joji silabi yinaya amage tangmasung ti tangbo jarwe kabla tine nga trapuji pyune tine nga trapuji pyune.
And then on the first day and second day, both day, Rinpoche met Karmapa, 16th Karmapa in Calcutta. And then on first day, Rinpoche Karmapa cut his hair and gave him new name. And at that time, Rinpoche told his mother that he want to go to Rumtek. And then, but his mother never let him go to Rumtek.
Tene nima jeme nima tene ngarang usuk shembugane amal tene koran amal tene koran da ngarumdir drojin silabi tene jama amage ta rumdir tams.
And then after Rinpoche asked his mother many times that he want to go, let him go. And then with many times he was requesting to his mother, and then after his mother said, okay, you can go. And then she allowed him. And then this is the first the first starting that how he went to Rumtek.
Okay. And you went to Rumtek in which year you arrived in?
Lo khandi laina sang tiktong ko kya.
Da nga pitambal kierwa. Tene nga chukju renga ke dole ta pasong rebide.
No. 1965. In 1965 he went to Rumtek.
Okay. So Rinpoche Rumtek monastery was not yet the building site. It was still a work site. Rumtek monastery at the same time.
Rinpoche pedicabs gomba sheng de na khade.
Gomba da chelo ge cemetery ki kordi parje tripsar du sirwa. Tene ngazo lepe kabla tene zula kang chön tang shimare du.
When Rinpoche was arrived, that time outer concrete was finished, outer building was finished, and then they were doing inner paintings and like that.
Tene ngazo lepe kabla Gyalwa Karmapa rumdi komba nyingba tangma komba nyingba chi yorwa. Gyalwa Karmapa tina tele shu du.
When Rinpoche arrived there, that time 16th Karmapa was in the old monastery of Rumtek. not in new
이 말한 잡았어서 연티 거면 님발했어요.
And so also Rinpoche became ordained there. Rinpoche ordained there in old monastery.
근데 다와니 참참네 근데 맞아 구도로 수그래 그래 보다 다와 중니 발라 먼저 다와 쭉직 비게 나와 잡았어요 그랬더니 다와 중니 발라 구도로 소디 되는 거마살 발이야 보나서
And then Rinpoche was ordained on Tibetan month 11 Tibetan month 11, and then on 12th, end of the 12th, they do a Mahakala Puja for 9 days, and then on Mahakala Puja they move to the new monastery.
네 뒤가블더니 근데 마가라 부자디 참네 다와 탕뷰게 나는데 자와가는 거야 보나서
And then after the Mahakala Puja, then the Losa came, and on Losa, 16th Karmapa was moved in new monastery.
So we thought it would be interesting for the readers to have a little bit an idea how was the situation in Rumtek. It was not so long ago that people fled from Tibet, so I imagine situation was not very easy yet. I mean,
now in previous times.
So how lived the Sangha and how lived the lay people? How was their day? How they were close to His Holiness? How living was difficult. All this, if you could tell a little bit. Some words.
And they do come back to the Pagi. Koyo di khande la sarum deklara made into
다 만소들이 rum딜 렘네데니 로 카시지그른라 다 겐디마 망쳐와더니 표현이 폐조시다래서 망쳐와 표현이 폐조 되는 하버드 자오 가면 그게 샵지 음제레 되네 창조레 음제레 되네 대신도 되네 거라 어다 긴디모 팔쳐왔더니 표현이 폐조고 잡아 제바시다래서 잡아 제바시다래 미망아요.
So when Rinpoche was there in Rumtek, that when he arrived that time, most of the sanghas are from Tibet, like a chanting master and secretary, and most of the sangha are from Tibet, and also most of them are quite old, and also there were lots of lay people also.
되네 디디되네 관바살발이야 부 살비게 제라 되네 다 되는 수비게 되는 zul라칸라 다 소바가레 소게 되네 롭종가레 제게 되네 좀전나 소바가레 소게 디가레 여바디 되는 수비를 여바디 rum딜라야 디나시 소마그레스.
And then Mr. told that they moved in new monastery, and then in new monastery they were like traditionally they were doing what is did in Delung Tsulpa monastery in Tibet, and all the tradition, everything was same in the Rumtek monastery. They were doing same kind of thing.
Same rituals,
same monthly rituals, same teaching, same studying.
되네 참 잡이에다 되네 참 잡이에다 되네 지 긴걸 그 듬슨 루이에다 디 참마데네 벼라가리 비차준디 rum딜 좀나요.
So same kind of Lama dance from Tsupu, and also to color the mandala, to make a color in mandala. Everything is doing same like what they are doing in Tsupu monastery.
되네 배는 소리양 야르가다와 숨기른라 다 다와지다 체가래 어디라 되네 야르네소 어디 참마데네 다 변하시나지래서.
Also the Gelong who have a Gelong vows, Gelong, they are doing 3-month summer retreat. It's called Vyarne in Tibetan, but in English it's from Vinayana tradition.
Yeah, so after you received education in Rumtek, you stood. How long did you stay in Rumtek?
Rumtek lo kazu shonaina sara.
다 rum딜라 lo nishu lo chobje days
18 years he was in Rumtek.
Tene ti namda lo sundang dawa dundi tukana days.
And then within 18 years, he went. Within that, he went to 3 years, 7-month retreat.
Tene tukang ngazu tukang chol rembi kabla tene Gyalwa Karmapa shingar hebso.
When he was in retreat and it was almost finished, at that time 16th Karmapa passed away when he was in retreat.
Tene ti tsarmi tene tukang chui tsarvi kachela tene ngarang tukang madebi kongla tene ngazu payu chikpa ke miso ke tene Nepal la tesi tanglo chisi Gyalwa Karmapa shala shukdi shuyori Gyalwa Karmapa ke shala shene ta tukang tsar soma kiranzo ya tangyo soma shala shene nani tene shama tukang chui tsarvi chela tene shama Rinpoche tang kongro Rinpoche kongma pala shune tene ma payu le soma.
After that, and when Rinpoche was in retreat, that time from people, the village people of Manangi people, they came to request 16th Karmapa that they need a Lama, and then they come to request for Rinpoche to come to Nepal, and then 16th Karmapa told them that it's okay, after when he will finish his retreat, then we will send him back to Nepal. And that time he was in retreat, and then after he complete his retreat, he's out of retreat, and Shama Rinpoche, Kongtrul Rinpoche, they all sent him to Nepal.
Rinpoche, would you like to tell us what for you was very special about the 16th Karmapa?
Rinpoche, so now Karmapa Chudokpa ke mixed or Kagyü Khadiras.
Gyalwa Karmapa le. Gyalwa Karmapa tene kora sanje ngore ta Kagyü samji michaba yori Kagyü samji michaba yori ta ti ananzo ke soso kiwi ke o ta Kagyü kyabraje dizo o chidang tong tubiye hako tubiye ta tene ti kale khagore.
She told that he is very extraordinary. So for like us, first level people, we can't explain about this, that he is like a Buddha, yes, like a Buddha, and he has extraordinary talents and everything. So from the first level person, he can't say anything. Like it's not, and also he can't. There are no words to explain about him.
Tene thugla mungshi ta pe nganzar chamo yoris.
But he has a very great intuition.
Tene trugu manzi shuna yang Gyalwa Karmapa kunyo trugu manzi shuna tene manzi shu be kabla tene kora chi chamo kyu yang tsen la simlam la ku chi tagdreliyo tene kyun yo maris tene kora ya shuna tene kora tugi mungshi ki thone ra sumru kores.
So if the Tulgus are, when we recognize Tulgu, right? When people ask 16th Karmapa to recognize Tulgu or something like that, then he never do the predictions. He never make predictions like to see with mala or with dots, like that. But always he has a very special intuition that he say directly from his mind. So one of the extraordinary talent is the intuition of him. That it's very he has a very special intuition.
pöla kare yebige choka chaglere tegana shingi drumchure te cham manyambar tini zongni ta ka halego ita halego ye chumare dingzang rabo ina continue zombore tini tingi de yo mare.
In previous time when 16th Karmapa came to Rumtek, that time they don't have much property because they ran away from Tibet, yeah? So there was no financial help and like a facility, but even by his blessing and with his effort, and the Rumtek monastery was very well done, and even the study and the rituals, everything was traditionally they are doing the same as in Sulpo. So, and Rinpoche told that in these days we have so many facilities and that we can do everything, but that time there were no facility, and also there were because of the very how to say poverty. It was quite difficult situation, but everything goes very well because of his blessing. And
time for one last question.
yeah.
And if Rinpoche could shortly say what he feels, what was the message of this particular life of the Gyalwa Karmapa, and also if he could give just an advice for our times, what would be important of the teaching of the 16th Karmapa today, for the people who did not know him, the 16th Karmapa.
Gyalwa Karmapa getini chedam ta dhamma chene tene yige lamla tene songwa da ngai tez kombore de yinayang ta ngazo rumdile ta lo pangmu rim tere ta lo mangbu nang debe kabla khatu yina Gyalwa Karmapa ta ngazo nyingong soba mebi kabla konda lo shojun sama ya ke tangni tene kora takbar tene kalam nang kare sirawa tene kalam nang yage sowo de khare nang jire sina tene ta lo shojun kabla lobjong sowo che koye tang tene chöla tösam che koye tang ta tösam che ne tene kora lo yarse lebi kabla drubanyamne chene tene temba tang semjengi töndu mi rerege yang tene kora genle ne temba tang semjengi tönla tene pendo che koye ta kalub sowo ti nang jire
Rinpoche told that from the he didn't. It's very rare to find a letter to what he has advice or give advice in written, right? But when Rinpoche they were in Rumtek monastery, at the evening time when there were no teaching and no ritual practices time, when they have free time, everybody, all the youngsters, all were gathering, and then 16th Karmapa called them to gather together, and then he gave advice that you all are very young, and the main thing what you have to do is you have to study very well, and then do listen well, and do meditate, and then in future, if you can, you have to do practice, very good practice, and you all have to be, each person has to be very responsible, has to take care or responsible for the all sentient beings and to propagate the Buddhist Dharma, Buddha Dharma. He always give advice on that. This is the main advice what he received from 16th Karmapa and when he was young. Is it okay?
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much.
Kongita Gyalwa Karmapa getan chotin zepa ta zowodin rumdik zulakang tendang den perche pasar to shingni ta ti nang la tene kora ta kilaban na shingi tene ngoma getene sulbul chagyu gari yaba zuye te kongre ta chale jichi cheju chigdire tene ti ta ti kabla tene oche drosong tongye ti tsama pe khagbo yor tene kanjur gelbi kanjur Rinpoche tene parla chuni parla dili le sarti chuni tene komba tsama tene kanjur chazang re tene sore na yores tene ti shindu tene kora sheta kong tuji komba zowo chi sheta zuye dire tene sheta dia ta ngoma sheta ge ta sheta ge kinde ba shuksa ta tene lobjong jesa ge khangmi ta tene soba sosa ge tene lagang 상마양 tene koran shingni tene shechayang shecha tene kotsu chocho nang tene tenjuriyang tene parla kyun shimbi kamni tene chema kumbha zosang
Rinpoche told us before that he already mentioned that the special deed of 16th Karmapa is that time he make a Rumtek monastery, and he continue with all traditional rituals and study everything from same as what is done in Super monastery, because that time it was a very difficult condition from the financial support or facility. Even though he managed to do all the work and everything was well done. And that time, 16th Karmapa, he uh, he 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 bought a Kagyü text, 108 volumes of Buddha text, and it was very difficult. That time was very difficult because there was no financial support and no good condition to do all kind of things, right? And then also he make lots of copy in Delhi, and then he donate it to all the monastery around, and also his wishes was to make a sheda, and then also he built a sheda, and all the rooms, everything was done very well. And then he also bought the thank you tax, and then and the meat of the thank you tax, he passed away. He became sick, and then he passed away. But his special deed was that he made a Rumtek monastery, even though it was very difficult condition, and all the inside the monastery, all the tradition, like all the rituals and performance and study, everything was very well done, as same as what they do in Super monastery. So Rinpoche thinks that this is the very special. It's from him.